If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right in dating, you're kind, available, generous, yet you still walk away feeling lonely, upset, and very frustrated, this video is for you. Dating in your feminine energy isn't about pretending to be soft. It's about embodying your self-worth so deeply that love is naturally drawn to you. The do's for attraction and safety, and the don'ts for blocking what you want to receive, the love that you have been craving. This is how to be magnetic without chasing. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lindsay, and I'm here to help you step into your most magnetic, confident self, into your siren energy. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around and hit that subscribe button. All right, feminine energy in dating. So feminine energy is all about receiving. It's about softness. It's about leaning back and being open. Feminine energy is all about presence. It's about owning your self-worth and being so present in your softness and your feelings and your emotions. Masculine is the one that plans, the one that pursues, and the one that initiates. So the feminine is inviting with her energy, but she is drawing things to her by being, not by doing. Doing is the masculine energy. So, feminine and masculine are polarity. Polarity attracts. When you step into your energy, the rightful energy, the energy you came here with, when you are in alignment with your feminine energy, it opens up your energy for the polarity to come in and lead. When you step into your natural energy, it attracts partners that show up and lead the way that you have been craving. So here's the first don't when it comes to feminine energy in dating, and that would be over functioning. So here's what this looks like. This looks like doing everything for them. You're texting first. You're planning the dates. You're initiating everything, right? And what you don't realize is that overgiving is fear in disguise. This says, if I don't do this, I will lose you. That is the energy behind overgiving. And what this does is it blocks them from being able to step up and show up the way that they are meant to show up for you. If you keep planning the dates for them, if you keep initiating first, if you keep controlling the situation, then they have no choice but to lean back into their feminine energy, and that's when the roles get reversed, and that's when it feels out of alignment for both of you. So this leads into the number one do, and that is to lean back and allow yourself to receive. Receive their texts first. Receive them showing affection first. Receive them planning the dates first. You are leaning back and you are allowing them to be in the energy that they are meant to be in. Their leading energy, the energy that feels natural to them. Number two, don't. Perform instead of express. So this is when you are acting cool or chill in order to avoid rejection. This is what we don't want, because this is a mask. This is not magnetism. This is you leaning too far back. You are avoiding rejection. You are acting like you don't care. And what this does is it makes it to where your partner cannot feel you. And so you become invisible. You're disconnected from them, you're disconnected from yourself, and you are not open to receiving the love that they are trying to give you. The feminine is expressive, emotional, and real. She is not afraid to express her emotions. She is not afraid to be felt. When you suppress these emotions in order to seem low maintenance, you become invisible, because this is the opposite of the polarity that you are working towards. The feminine simply draws love in by being, right? Being emotional, being in her feelings, being open, right? And expressing herself. When you suppress all of that, you're not magnetic, you're not memorable, and they certainly don't feel connected to you. Which leads to number 2, do. Do express your feelings. This is so important because a lot of women get this mixed up. They think expressing their feelings is over explaining, initiating plans, right? Really trying to control the situation. That is what they think is expressing their emotions. And actually, that is not it at all. That is rooted in fear, that is rooted in anxiety. But expressing your emotions in a beautiful, calm, soft way is actually really magnetic and really inviting. So you are expressing, you are not demanding. A good example of this would be, I love it when I am pursued because I feel so cherished. You are expressing exactly what you need, you are expressing your emotions, but you're not demanding that they do what you want, right? There's a big difference in the energy. Okay, this leads to don't number 3, which is make them the prize. When you are focused so much on if they like you, that is when you are not in your feminine power. This leads to self-abandonment, pedestal dynamics, and anxious attachment. When you make them the prize to get, when you put your self-worth down to say, I have to perform for you, I have to make sure you like me, I have to make sure that I get the validation from you that I am okay. This automatically sets up a dynamic that you are not looking for, because this is not rooted in love. This is rooted in fear. This is rooted in anxiety. When you know your self-worth and you know that you are the prize, this automatically helps you to lean back into that beautiful, open, soft energy that you were looking for. It makes them turn on their pursuing and chasing energy that you are looking for. This leads to do number 3, which is staying in your self-worth. I want you to ask yourself, in every situation and every person that you are going on dates with, do I feel seen? Do I feel desired? And do I feel safe? You are asking yourself if you feel these things with the person you are dating. And when you are operating from your standards, instead of trying to prove something to that person, this is when you are in your full power. And this is when you are in your full receptivity, where they will come and pursue you. They will feel like you are so magnetic, and they will be in their perfect polarity to match yours. So you are keeping your energy on your standards and not their approval. Okay, let's get into a couple very specific things when it comes to dating. Some don'ts and some do's. So instead of over explaining your feelings, you're going to let your energy speak first. Instead of chasing with texts, you are going to respond with warmth and not urgency. Instead of abandoning your routines for them, you are going to stick to your rituals, because that is where your power lies. In sticking with what you want, with what lights you up, and what helps your world stay upright. Instead of getting addicted to potential in partners, you are going to watch actions and not words, and see if they align with what you were looking for. And last but not least, instead of trying to be what you think they want, you are going to be fully yourself, rooted in your softness and your sensuality. So, with all of that in mind, let's talk about how to fully be in your feminine energy and what is the number one thing that will get you into your softness, your sensuality, feeling regulated, feeling grounded, and feeling rooted in your self-worth. And that is something that I love to talk about because it's so important, and that's regulating your nervous system. When you regulate your nervous system, you attract from wholeness and not need, right? We are not in that fear, that anxiousness, that afraid that it'll never happen for you, right? We are safe in our body. We are safe with ourselves, and we are providing the safety and the love that you've always been looking for to yourself. When you do this, you are able to fully express yourself from, like I said, a place of wholeness instead of needing anything from anybody. This is a very powerful place, and this is very wonderful for you because you don't need to be in that fear because there's nothing outside of you that you can lose. When you were looking for love outside of you, when you were looking for validation outside of you, this creates anxious because those things and those people can go away at any point, and then you won't have that. When you have the love and the validation and everything you're seeking, when you are giving that to yourself, these people are added bonuses to the self-love party and the self-worth party that you are already having. This creates beautiful, stable, healthy, blossoming relationships. You shine when you're when you're rooted in this energy I'm talking about, instead of performing, instead of trying to come across like you're in your feminine energy. When you regulate your nervous system, you are. So you can be instead of perform, right? Let's get into my favorite practices for nervous system regulation that you can start doing today. Number 1, breath work. Grounding breath work. This could be taking deep breaths. We hold so much in our body, and it all starts with our breath. If you think about it, when something scary happens, when something almost, like a car passes you and you didn't realize, you get scared by something, you go, right? And you hold it in. These emotions stay stuck. And when we don't utilize breath work to fully let go of those emotions, our body stays in a fight or flight mode. Breathwork can be a beautiful way for you to regulate yourself and for you to finally feel grounded in your body. Another beautiful practice is slow walks. I love, love, love to talk about slowing down. Slowing down is the best thing you can do for your nervous system. If you're constantly go, 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 do, let's go here, let's go there, work, this, that, you have no time to sit in stillness with yourself. You have no time to even get your thoughts together, let alone your emotions. When you're in that place, it can feel very reactive. You're very, what? Who are you? What are you doing? What's happening, right? We've all been there. And when you slow down and you really feel into your day and you sit in stillness, this is when your body fully feels safe enough to allow your emotions to come forward and for you to actually understand them. And that's what's so beautiful about feminine energy is expression, right? And being in her emotions. But you have to understand your emotions in order to express yourself in a really healthy, positive way. So, whatever that looks like for you, it could look like slow walking, it could look like yoga, it could look like meditating, it could look like doing a really wonderful body ritual that you love, maybe some body oiling, anything to connect with yourself, anything that brings you to slow down and connect with yourself is what's going to really start off your healing journey for you to be fully regulated in your nervous system so that you can allow your true self to shine and you won't keep blocking the love and the beautiful connectedness and the energy that you've always been craving. When it comes to dating in your feminine energy, remember the right person will be drawn to you when you are in your softness, your self-worth, and your wonderful, beautiful power. So if you are ready to start dating in your feminine power and use these wonderful techniques to start living in your feminine energy and receive the love you've always wanted, comment magnetic below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.